What section are we on right now? 5? Okay. Have you ever thought about going back to making specific server and guide videos? Somebody asked me that earlier yesterday. I'll have to think about it. I'm kind of on that Star Rail content grind for the time being, but maybe. Well, I can't give any promises though. How's the Lost LB6 ride? Any favorites so far? I'm enjoying it so far. I did thoroughly enjoy Oberon telling Coin Sky to shut the fuck up in the last section, so that was cool. Fucking Sigma male shit. Fucking Sigma male grind shit. What's the number of Eidolon's roles necessary? Ideal number of roles necessary for a character? Oh, too late. And don't worry. Even if I'm not playing a game, you can still ask questions about it. What is the ideal number of Eidolon's roles necessary for a character? Are you talking about how many multi-roles that you would need to do to get copies of a character? Or are you just asking what the optimal Eidolon is for a character? Because your question is worded a little awkwardly, unfortunately. Story time. Yep. Welcome back, half full. Looks like Orpheus not left already, so I guess I'll never know. Give me 1 second. Optimal Eidolon number for a character. It depends on the character. Depends on the character, and if a character has multiple play styles, it depends on how you want to play them. For example, if you want to play Yukong as she's intended to be used as either a straight DPS or a sub DPS, technically her optimal Eidolon is E4, because her E4 is the one that gives her 30% extra damage on her ultimate, I think. Though, if you want to go even further than that, then you could argue that, oh yeah, E5 is her optimal I almost said Constellation because I'm a Genshin player. Her optimal Eidolon, because her E5 also gives her ultimate 2 more levels, you know? Her ultimate and I think her talent, either her talent or her skill. It depends on the character, and depends on how you want to play that character. But in any case, story time. With the terrible voice acting. Make sure I have plenty of fluids for this. Alright, let's get started. There it is, Annis. That's Sheffield, the biggest hub city in all of northern Britain. Oh, what an incredible citadel. Is that a castle up there on the hill? That's right. It's the only place with ramparts like that apart from Camelot. Did you know there's something special about Fairy Britain's ramparts? They're also bounded fields. How do they know about bounded fields anyway? The fairies that build them take a lot of time making sure they come out just right. Basically, nobody can get past these walls except through the gate. If the gate's open, you're free to pass. If it's closed, nothing's getting through. Those are the rules these kinds of magic walls are built with. Plumbing and windows aside, as long as you can keep the gate protected, everything inside will be safe. They say Bogart's the one who had all this built, including the castle. Bogart? Is that the Lord of Sheffield? Sure is. He's also known as Bogart the Braggart and Bogart the Loveless. He didn't just lose the battle to decide who would lead the Fang clan. He's also so unruly he got kicked out of Norwich. So he was once in the running to lead the Fang clan. He must be quite the fairy then. Braggart speaks for itself, but why is he also known as Loveless? Well, because he swore off marrying for love and now only takes human women as wives. Every fairy he married in the past all hated his guts. The only reason he lost his mana battle with Woodwoes and his money game with Spriggan was because his wives betrayed him. When they were done with him, he didn't have any place left to go. Ever since, he's only taken human women as wives. Says that at least slaves will never betray him. So that's why he's called Bogart the Loveless. If you ask me, though, I think he still wants love. He just doesn't trust it anymore. I see. It sounds like he's been through a lot, but that just makes the fact that he still managed to build an amazing castle even more impressive. You really have a thing for castles, huh? Annis? Maybe you really are from the upper class world, then. Is anything coming back to you yet? It'd be great if you can at least tell us where you're from. No, I still can't remember anything from before you all saved me, but I do get the feeling I had something very important I need to accomplish. Well, of course you do. You're the child of prophecy. You're the Tamlin who's gonna keep us all safe, the one who's gonna save all of Britain. Well, I hope you're right. I've seen so many different sides of Britain on the way here. I know it's been less than 10 days since we started traveling together, but I've seen enough to know that it's a beautiful, beautiful country. If this power I possess really is meant to keep this country safe, nothing would make me happier. Hey, Wag, Rob, we're gonna have to go through the checkpoint soon. This is our last chance to let her go. I say we call a go-between and get this over with. Right. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to go into Sheffield right now. But then again, we've also come this far. It wouldn't hurt to stick together a little more, right? Huh? Aren't we gonna introduce Annis to Bogart, Rob? Then of course we gotta go into the castle. Fine, just do what you want. We only started being merchants because we couldn't cut it as thieves. This kind of merch was always going to be too rich for our blood. And so the fairies' cart stopped in Sheffield. At this point, too, was still sleeping in the nameless woods, and Da Vinci had just become acquainted with Mike, the pub owner in Salisbury. And so this other child of prophecy made her way to Sheffield, none the wiser that they were in the midst of a rebellion against High Queen Morgan. That little girl is the child of prophecy? Yes, Mr. Bogart, sir, we're sure of it. She's got iron armor, an iron shield, a dangerous-looking iron pipe, and she's strong enough to smash boulders. Please don't ask us where she came from. That's her secret to keep. But we're positive Annis here is the child of prophecy who's gonna save Britain. So we're hoping you'll treat her well and appraise her accordingly. Idiots. Did you really think you could put one over on me? That girl is no fairy. She's a human. Huh? Annis is human? You're joking, right? Right? She's got just as much magical energy as a fairy. Besides, no human could possibly be that strong. Not necessarily. It's very rare, but there are some humans who are also fearsome warriors. That girl there does smell like a fairy, but she also has just a whiff of human about her. You must think I'm a fool if you really believed you could pawn such defective merchandise off on me. Here in my city of Sheffield, liars are no better than criminals, and fraud is a crime punishable by death. Guards, arrest these merchants and have them hanged. You can throw the girl in the prison cell. Yes, sir. Save us, Annis! I'm sorry, but please stand down. Also, Rob and Wag are not liars. I can't remember anything right now, so I don't know if I really am the child of prophecy or not, but if they believe I am, then that's what I'm gonna be for them. So if you're gonna treat them like criminals, I insist you treat me like one. You treat me like one too. Annis, how is this girl so strong? Get the Fang soldiers over here. She's too much for us alone. Whatever you do, keep Lord Bogart safe. Hold it. No need for that. This girl means us no harm. It seems you weren't pulling a fast one after all. Very well, I'll hear you out. Go ahead and give the merchants their payment. Now, what is your name, brave girl? Rob and Wag call me Annis. It's a lovely name. Annis? Do you generally make a habit of eating children? No, then forget about going by Annis. You there. Are there any guards who can still move? Yes, sir. The others are still numb from that earlier attack, but I think I'm more or less recovered. Take this girl to Habitrot's tailoring workshop. Then, once she's ready, take her to the royal chambers. I've never seen a woman like this one before. While I'd rather she had more meat on her bones, that attack of hers was a sight to behold. Today's your lucky day, girl. You will be my partner tonight. Once you've cleansed yourself, you are to wait for my arrival this evening. My 62nd bride. How many was it again? Well, you're taking Annis as a bride? Smile. Smile. And so she came to the fairy who would serve as her final bastion. The workshop of Habitrot, the ever-cheerful fairy beloved by everyone in Sheffield. Happy cat, please don't be mad, Happy cat. I know you've already got a lot on your plate, but Lord Bogart has a new job for you. And you think pussyfooting around will make you say yes? I already told you not to bring me any other work. Or any more work. I didn't come here to stitch together armor and spears and bags. I came here to sew dresses, damn it. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm Lady Goddamn Habitrot, the greatest dressmaker in all of Britain. Excuse me. Bogart said I was supposed to get changed here? Right. Happy Cat, did you finally lose it? I mean, you've always been kind of a mess, but... Alright, finally, a job worth doing. Alas, my waiting's paid off. Don't tell me. Bogart wants me to make this girl an outfit, right? I'll have it done in less than no time. I mean, just look at how cute she is. That settles it. I'm making her my bride. Huh? Huh? Are we getting NTR are we getting NTR in two different directions? Is this the rare multi-NTR trope? But bride? Does that mean I'm going to be marrying her and Bogart? Oh, don't pay her any attention. This fairy's always been a little off. She just showed up not too long ago after we started looking for a fairy who could make bridal dresses. She's definitely good at her job, but she's also pretty, well, weird, old-fashioned, unflappable. I'm still not sure she fully understands that we're rebelling against Morgan here. Still, she is good at her job. She's always claiming she's a friend to all brides or something. That's me. I'm Habitrot the Spinner, professional seamster. This fairy is all about helping blushing brides for their big day. But never mind that. I'm all set to get started, so let's take your measurements. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. Go on, get out of here. Give us some privacy. And tell Bogart he'll have to wait another day. He always thinks these things take way less time than they do. Got it. Well, how about some milk? Should I bring some by later? Of course. I deserve a reward for all my hard work, after all. And don't forget to heat it up. Hi there, young miss. It's okay. You don't have to be scared. This is all happening so fast you must be totally bewildered, huh? Well, don't worry. I'm on your side. After all, I'm Habitrot, friend to brides with bright futures ahead of them everywhere. No more stuffy iron armor for you. I'm gonna make you the best dress ever. Thank you, Happy Cat. I'm Annis. Right. Bogart said I'm not supposed to use that name anymore. Is Annis the name of someone special to him? Annis, huh? Yeah, that's definitely not a good name for you. There used to be a scary fairy called Black Annis who went around abducting and eating children. You don't need a name like that. Let's see. Pardon me. Aha! I knew it. I'm gonna call you Mash. You alright with that? How the fuck? Okay. Well, I hate to say goodbye to Annis, but Mash sounds fine too. But why did you pick Mash? Because it's written on your shield. See? It's right here on the it's right here on the inside in chalk. Oh, wow, you're right. In such big letters too. I can't believe I've never noticed that before. So you're responsible enough to write your name on your things, but you forgot your own name? That's funny. And so she regained her true name, but only in the most superficial sense. It would still take some time before she returned to being Mash in both name and soul. Okay, now that your measurements are all done, it's time to get to work. Oh, do you have any preferences when it comes to, like, color and stuff? I know your armor is mostly, black, but I bet you'd look great in white. Habitrot began happily cutting away with her scissors. Good night, I came to bargain. Would you like to partner with my store? My chat is not the right place to ask me that. Send me a DM over to me through my Twitter. And hopefully I'll remember to look at it. It's either that, or you can whisper me. You can whisper me directly over Twitch. Just like right click. Just like if you can like take my name and like just whisper to me directly through Twitch, I'll probably look at that. But my chat is not the right place to ask me about like those sorts of things. Either Twitter DMs or Twitch whispers. And the next day, the best time of Habitrot's life came to an end. There, all done. You can open your eyes now, Mash. Go on, take a look in the mirror. This is wonderful, Habicat. I love it. It's easy to move in and warm and so very soft. It almost feels like I'm wrapped in stars. Being wrapped in stars is not what you want to be wrapped in, but whatever. I can't believe I'm getting such a lovely outfit so soon after I got here. I must be the luckiest bride in the world. Clueless. Yeah, surely, right? Morning, Mash. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. Morning? Why are they just, Why is Habitrot talking like they're just meeting for the day? That's kind of awkward. And now our story begins in earnest. For the time being, the girl was no longer a shield bearer, but a lady, the envy of everyone. Thus began her days of splendor and delight, easily one of the few and most peaceful times in all of fairy Britain. At least, for the short time it lasted before Sheffield Castle was razed to the ground. She said it was going to take a day to prepare the dress. Yeah, I know that, but there was previous dialogue where Habitrot was like, okay, we're all done now, and then it goes straight into Morning Mash, and it's after she gives the dress to Mash to try on. So I'm just kind of like, shouldn't she have started with Morning Mash first? But whatever. Translation for FGO can be hit or miss. She said it's going to take blah blah blah. So we skipped the they jumped it. Yeah, that's kind of they need to have done a little bit of a better job with like the scene transitions, whatnot, make it more obvious that like a day had passed or whatever. And hey, Castoria _ thanks for the brand new sub, man. Really appreciated. There are some mistranslations in this chapter. Yeah, tell me about it. Anyways, from the moment the first rays of morning light lit the sky, Sheffield's castle town was abuzz with excitement. Overnight, rumors of the Lord's new lady, the knight in iron armor, had spread in a flash. They said she was more than a match for both the Black Dogs and the Moors, and that she was even stronger than Bogart himself. More on that later. Did you hear about our new lady yet? They say she even sent Lord Bogart flying, and he withstood a blow from Gawain. Isn't that amazing? The merchants who brought her here say she's the child of prophecy. If that's true, we might actually be able to go back to Norwich. Oh yeah, I got a peek at her in the castle yesterday. She's definitely the real child of prophecy. You can tell she's no ordinary fairy. There's just something different about her, you know? I thought my heart was gonna melt when she smiled at me. She might even be as much of a beauty as Lancelot. Heh, you hear that, Wagon Winky? The whole town's talking about Annis. Mash. And Bogart paid us a boatload of cash for her. We'll be all set for winter this year. Well, too bad we can't see Mash anymore, though. I didn't think she was gonna live in the castle. I thought we'd be all together forever. Don't be stupid. We just gotta be patient. Bogart's bound to get bored of her eventually, and when she does, we take her to Edinburgh. You just know Knocknaria up north would pay even more for the child of prophecy. Oh, come on. Not you too, Rob. Wag I can understand, but you? Mash is just merchandise. Now that we sold her, that's it. We're done. There's nothing tying us together anymore. I say we leave Sheffield before it's too late. The longer we stay, the harder it'll be to make our escape. Escape? Well, why do we gotta escape, Winky? We got money now, right? Are we gonna stay here till spring? Yeah, Mash protected us. Nobody's ever protected strays like me and Wag before. So we're gonna stay here until we return to favor. But if you want to go, Winky, you can go. You're not like us strays who just drifted here. You're actually from the land of Fae, and you're way smarter than us. You'll be fine on your own no matter where you go. You're giving me way too much credit. The more clever some twisted bastard thinks they are, the less capable they are of changing what they believe. Just so we're clear, I do not believe you are actually the child of prophecy. The only reason I'm letting the townspeople believe different is that it suits me. And let me be clear about one more thing. You have no right to voice your opinion here. I'll need more than power. If I'm going to defeat Morgan, I'm also going to need the grace and dignity of a king. You are no more than an ornament to that end. All you need to do is stand by my side as my beautiful queen. Yes, Lord Bogart, I'll conduct myself with the dignity of a queen, worthy of Sheffield. By the way, did you sleep well last night? I'm very sorry again for how rudely I reacted. Oh, that? I don't have a scratch on me. Don't worry your pretty little head over it. Now then, guards, I'm going to see how our soldiers' training is coming along at the barracks. Keep an eye on my lady. Make sure she doesn't escape or leave the castle at all, for that matter. Yes, Lord Bogart. Leave it to us. Cruel as Bogart was, he was also an excellent lord. He spared no effort in gathering mercenaries, training soldiers, and reinforcing his ramparts in preparation for the inevitable battle against High Queen Morgan's army. He made sure his army would be strong because he was sick and tired of losing. Although he was internally driven by his fear of failure, at this time Bogart was still regarded as a good ruler. Acting dignified. Lady Mash? Yes, I'm the queen. Do you have a problem with that? I know, my lady. So, you're Lord Bogart's wife, right? Which means you're now one of the lords of Sheffield, right? Well, without all that in mind, I have a favor to ask you on behalf of your citizens. Mash could wreck all his guards. Yeah, probably in that dress, too. We've been getting lots of eyewitness reports of Moors spotted in western Sheffield. And according to the merchants who brought you here, the Moors have no effect on you. The Fang clan does have more resistance to the Moors' poison than the other clans, but it still hurts like hell. So if it's not too much to ask, we were hoping we might be able to ask for your assistance. Oh, so that's why you brought me here all this way. Then I'd be glad to handle this. Since I destroyed part of the castle's walls last night, it's only right that I do my part to help. Ah, damn it! How are you so damn cute? But that's not what's important right now. What do you think you're doing, Mash? And what were you thinking, Guard? When did things get so bad in the land of Fae that we had to send our lady out to fight? I'm gonna tell Bogart about this, you know. But it's the duty of a lord and his wife to protect the territory, right? Besides, she's already evil as far as Queen Morgan is concerned, so. Are you calling my bride evil? Have you even seen how cute Mash is? She's the happiest bride in the world. She wouldn't even catch a butterfly or pick a flower or. Why are you wearing your old armor? You didn't rip my dress, did you? Oh no, not at all. Don't worry, I'm still wearing your dress underneath my armor. It's gonna get all wrinkled. Now I'm gonna have to make a new one. But that can wait until after we take care of this. I'm not gonna make you fight this battle all on your own. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right there beside you. Huh? What? You can't do that, Habicat. If the Moors touch you, all you need to do is handle Moors with all you need to handle Moors is a little ingenuity. It's not my fault fairies these days can't think for themselves. More importantly, my name is Habitrot. I don't care if the other fairies call me Habicat, but you're not allowed. Huh? Why only me? Ooh, are we actually back onto her, what is it? Her part 1 kit? Nice. Let's see. Can we actually use Habitrot's NP here? Will it even let us? Yeah, and it's level 100 mash. Hey, look, chat. The only time we'll ever have level 100 mash. It's a different MP. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Behold, chat. The only time you will ever see a level 100 mash. It just heals. Okay, so no offensive ultimate then. I guess that makes sense because we don't even have Black Rail. We don't even have Black Barrel. She doesn't even have Black or what's the weapon that she has called again? Wait, it's literally Black Barrel, isn't it? So yeah, she doesn't have that yet. So let's see. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Looks like we gotta kill both of these. So. Increase MP gauge, okay. You remember how you were fooled into thinking Habitrot was gonna be shit with their NP? Yep. The classic bait and switch. We won't get level 100 mash until the end of Lost Belt 7. Level 100 mash? Like, isn't she only level 90 on JP? Like, as far as I know, we don't have a level 100 mash yet, not even JP. Too bad Mash's MP doesn't increase her own attack. That would be kind of nice. Also, when did they add subtitles for skills, actually? Was that a recent thing, or have we had that for a while now? You're just guessing you don't follow JP? Then if that's the case, then unfortunately, sorry, apologies for spoiling them. Because I didn't know. Because most people I deal with in Twitch chat are already like at least a little. They at least have some idea what's going on in JP. So yeah, that was kind of spoilers on my part, unfortunately. This update? Okay. Yeah, you can tell by the NP animation that it literally does. It's literally an afterthought, because that's not her real NP. Okay. This is why I hate fighting. All that work for almost no reward. That was amazing, Habitrot. I've never seen another fairy move like that. You think? Well, we artisans do need to be able to complete surprise rush orders in a single day. Me, I can make a new bridal dress in the time it takes the sun to set and rise again. That's why they call me Habicat the Speedster. I can't believe what I just saw either. No wonder Lord Bogart holds you in such high regard. Did the Wing Clan make that spool of yours? But wait, besides Murian, the Wing Clan died out 1200 years ago. Murian? As in Game Master Murian? Huh, I didn't know she was still alive. Or maybe she passed the name on to her daughter or something. Well, whatever. Now that we've taken care of the Moors, how are you gonna show your appreciation? You're gonna treat this as some kind of yummy lunch we deserve? I know we're not allowed to enjoy eating when Bogarts, but I know we're not allowed to enjoy eating when Bogarts what? When he's doing what? But that won't be a problem in Castle Town. Of course, I've been wanting to introduce Lady Mash to everyone anyway. Are you sure that's a good idea? Lord Bogart did say I wasn't supposed to stand out. It'll be fine. He won't be back until nighttime anyway. It was a big slog coming all this way, right? So it's only right we make the most of it. And the fairies of Sheffield love human culture, so they're not prejudiced against humans at all. Trust me, they're gonna love you down at the pub. They'll be happy. They'll be happy. You'll be happy, and I'll be happy. Exactly. Besides, Lord Bogart prohibits us from treating humans like slaves anyway. He says it's only fair since we've all been banished, so we really are equals here. Honestly, I don't know what we would do without our humans. In fact, there's one human woman in particular I'd like to propose to myself. Huh, is that so? I guess Sheffield really is all about freedom then. And here I thought he was just talking big about not doing things like Queen Morgan. Is it a coincidence that they made Bogart a lion guy, like a lion man? And Thomas Edison in FGO is also runs around a fucking lion head or whatever. Freedom. The city of freedom, the nation of freedom. Hell yeah, brother. Keikona. So Habitrot just tries to out-heal the poison, I guess so, yeah, just for that fight. But that's not her real NP. Again, sorry if that's spoilers again, but yeah, that's not her real NP. She gets another one later. I'm sorry. You said you were all banished? Oh, you mean you didn't know? This place used to be a ghost town up until 100 years ago. It wasn't until Lord Bogart and the rest of us rebuilt it that Sheffield became what it is today. We used to all live in Norwich, at least until its Lord Spriggan had us all banished. We wandered around for a long time with nowhere to go until we ended up here. Which is why we can't just abandon Norwich now. We might have been banished from it, but it's still our hometown. So if the Queen isn't going to do anything about the calamity pool building up there, we will. That's why Lord Bogarts is revolting against her. Another grammatical error there. He wants to save Norwich before it's too late. Keikomi. Keikoko. Shortly before nightfall, the time of day known in your world as twilight. Actually, I wonder if this is Merlin. Narrating this, just doing the narrator stuff. I'll just use a normal voice though, because it's gonna put a lot of strain in my voice. So, the girl stood alone atop the castle walls, looking out over the land of the Fae, at the Isle of Britain, beautiful and lonesome as it stretched out under the endless twilight sky. What are you doing here? Have you forgotten your way back to the castle? Oh, hello, Bogart. The scenery here is so nice, isn't it? You will refer to me as Lord Bogart. I will not tolerate disrespect. And yes, of course, the view here is nice. It's so I can see any enemy forces that attempt to invade my territory. Though I suspect you and I are using the term nice very differently. This was a battlefield. In fact, the bloodstains have only recently faded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Not when I still don't know anything about this town. Does this... yes? Did you say something, Lord Bogart? Never mind. Does the scenery truly seem nice to you? Even with all these desolate hills as far as the eye can see, in a world ruled by fairies rather than humans? Well, yes, it does. It seems wonderfully precious. There's something very forlorn about the scenery, but something very endearing too. I can tell that everyone is suffering here. Rob, Wag, Winky, the people I've met in the other towns, the people of Sheffield, everyone. I don't know what it is that's causing their suffering, but I do know that, in spite of it, they all consider this their home, that they want to keep living here even if it's hard. So if so many people still love Britain, I can't imagine it could be such an awful place. How shallow. This is exactly why humans are so difficult to deal with. Go back to the castle before you distract the soldiers in their barracks. I won't be back until late tonight, so talk to Habitrot if you can't sleep. I will. Thank you for your concern, Lord Bogart. Wasn't that nice of him? Or wasn't that nice of him? Lord Bogart really is a wonderful lord, isn't he? Don't let him fool you, Mash. Good guys don't demand people to call them Lord. Well, you think so? I thought that was just to keep his reputation intact. After all, he looked very unhappy when I called him Lord before. What? That's even worse. Does that lionhead actually think he's some devoted husband or something? You're only married on paper. He's got no right to go around tricking my bride like that. Only on paper? So our marriage is a fraud? Does this mean I'm actually a wicked woman who's deceiving kind and earnest Lord Bogart with my feminine charms? Then I'm both a child of prophecy and a femme fatale like no other? Yeah, maybe you are. No wonder you're too much for Bogart to handle, especially since he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him. Yes, Mashy, you're wicked. You're practically his natural enemy. Man, Bogart's predecessor must have gotten up some real bad stuff for him to be in this predicament. Huh? What do you mean he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him? Oh, it's all about fairies' most fundamental desires and unique traits. Humans' emotions change all the time. One moment they'll want to be loved, the next hated, or they'll want to protect someone one moment and then hurt them the next. But fairies' desires are much less mutable. In Bogart's case, he uses his rational mind to keep his violent impulses in check. So he can't make full use of his abilities unless he's both hating and hated by someone. Basically, thanks to who you are, it's impossible for him to be too aggressive. Thanks to who I am, huh? But I still don't know who I am. I don't remember anything about my past. I didn't even get to know my name until recently. Before Rob, Wag, and Winky began calling me the child of prophecy, I had no idea what I should do, or what I was supposed to do. No, for that matter. Did I even have a self before I lost my memories? Well, why do you ask that? Well, there's only one thing I've learned from losing my memories. There's something missing in my heart. Like there's a hole right through it. All the fairies I met have a purpose, something they intrinsically seek. Hey, Novastar, how's it going, man? Some of them help others for money. Some of them hurt others for money. But I don't have anything like that. Whenever I try to help someone, I always end up realizing the same thing. What is it that I want right now? What is it that drove me to help them? I don't know, and it makes me feel very empty inside. I have a heart, so I know I can't get away with this forever. I don't think I was even aware of that emptiness before I lost my memories, but now I can't help but notice it. After all, I don't have any memories left to cover it up. Something was missing in me. Well, no, that's not right. There's a gap in me that's long been ready to receive something, but I've refused to try and fill it. So I find it very hard to believe that there's anything I can do. Habitrot blinked in astonishment at the girl's surprised confession. Losing her memory is not all bad, it made her aware of a serious problem. Well, hey, most people don't really know who they are or what it is that they want anyway. Yes, there is something missing. God damn it. God damn it, I knew somebody in chat would say that. They say that kind of thing becomes clear on your deathbed, but for better or worse, we're still alive. You need something to drive you, a goal you can be proud of. That'll also help you learn to love yourself. You said you have a hole through. Yes, you said you have a hole through you, right? Oh God. Wording. Phrasing. And you're not trying to figure out what you should do as a person. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. Maybe that's not the kind of thing you notice when you're already leaning on others. You can't stop seeing young Callie? Really? I mean, she does have the whole long pink hair going, but this journey is going to be just for you, so you can find it out yourself. Don't listen to her too closely. She's going to bail before this is over. Yeah, this is Merlin. It'll be a long, long time before the girl finds an answer she's comfortable with. For the time being, the fairies' words were just meant as advice to cheer her up. In the hopes that one day, they'll form the core of the wheels you'll use to spin your own thread. Small bells! As daily login materials? Small bells? Nah, you shouldn't have. Small bells as part of our daily login materials? Nah, you shouldn't have. Oh, right. I almost forgot a very important part. Do you mind if we rewind just a little bit? Let me farm, yeah. Where's Lost Belt 3? Let me in! Let me in! I've been waiting for you, my lord. You must be tired after a hard day's work. Is that your attempt at playing the model wife, impertinent whelp? Don't think I don't see what you're doing there, clever lass. Playing along obediently will do nothing to change your fate. My only objective is a throne. Everything I do is in the service of defeating the clans and killing Morgan. You are no exception, child of prophecy. I'm quite used to betting humans. I'm going to deflower you now. I will not be gentle. Wow, they just straight up said it, huh? They just fucking said it, huh? Just straight up. Straight up. But if you wish to fight back, you are welcome to try. And this is how she this is how she busts down the castle walls. The Dojins were right. The Dojins were right. I've read this Dojin before. Yeah, let me go look up. Let me go look it up on Sad Panda. I'm sure. Orange Maru has done a Dojin like this before somewhere. This is the room in Sheffield Castle's guest house that was prepared for MASH. On the night that the child of prophecy was clothed in a bridal dress and told to await Bogart's arrival. This is what happened during her first night as Bogart's 62nd bride. Gah! What was that? Are we under attack? Huh? Lord Bogart? What in the world happened? Wait a minute. The wall by the throne is ruined. Everyone, come quick. The enemy is trying to kill Lord Bogart. Hold it. Hold it. I'm fine. Do not call the other guards. I just slipped, that's all. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Still, it's amazing you're all right after falling over to 50 meters. I guess that's why they call you the Stone Lion, Lord Bogart. Yeah, that's one rough Zegs. I'm so sorry, Bogart. I'll be right down. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Again, I'm so sorry. I was actually very nervous about all this. So even though you just lost your balance from being tired and I was only trying to grab my shoulders to support, you surprised me so much that I just shoved out with my hands. I never expected you to go flying so far. Guard, you are to tell no one about this. Is that clear? Yes, sir. I didn't say anything, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get back to my duties. Whoa, the child of prophecy is amazing. I can't wait to tell everyone about this. Yeah, I'll totally keep everything a secret here. Unless, Bogart, would you like me to rub your back? No. Don't touch me ever again. What kind of wife knocks her husband out of the castle on their first night together? The rumors spread overnight. And of course Merlin would enjoy this. They spoke of an iron woman who could throw even Lord Bogart from his own castle. They said she was strong, kind, and eccentric, a new Tamlin like no one had ever seen before. Yeah, Merlin is just keck-Wing the entire time MASH is in Sheffield. Man, Sheffield's like a whole new town ever since Lady MASH got here. She gets rid of the Moors for us, she helps out with anything we ask of her. And best of all, she even keeps Lord Bogart from acting up. It's like he's back to his old self again. Not even the Queen's army can stop us now. Norwich is as good as back in our hands. A toast to Lady Mash, a toast to Lady Bogart, a toast to our knight, the knight of Sheffield. Cheers! Must be nice to be you, Wag. Sheesh. The knight of Sheffield, huh? Mash is the child of prophecy, remember? She's not just Sheffield's knight. Sure, those princess clothes look great on her, but there's something special about her. She's more than that. If you ask me, Mash looked pretty elegant in that iron armor of hers, too. Why, you jealous of Bogart now, Rob? Did you forget you were the ones who brought her here? Of course not. I just think it's sick how everyone in town is carrying on about her. I mean, I know it was kind of the same for us, but still. Aw, they're being jealous. Every morning I see Mash looking out at the horizon up from atop the ramparts, and she always looks so lonely. She used to smile all the time. She used to be really happy. It makes me wonder if maybe we made a big mistake. Is that so? So what, you don't think Mash is the child of prophecy after all now? She was just a lucky find at first, just another piece of merchandise. But then, she started talking to us like we were equals, and before I knew it, I got attached to her. Me and Wag aren't from Fairy Britain. We drifted here from the outside. We're basically flotsam. Objects, humans, sometimes even fairies. They wash ashore here sometimes. The shrimp squad, let's go! They got a whole army of shrimps out here in Sheffield. We're like changelings in that way, in a way. Flotsam? I've never heard of that term before, but I guess that's pretty typical of Morgan's reign. We're not part of any clan, and we didn't spring up naturally. We don't really belong anywhere. One day, Queen Morgan's soldiers caught us, branded us with command spells, and just let us go. They knew we'd die when we got squeezed for our existence tax at the end of the year, so they didn't even bother killing us. That's why I threw myself into any kind of work I could find, no matter how dirty. You know what Wag is like. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time. Still, I'm like his big brother, so it's my duty to at least make sure he's got enough to eat. My only purpose every year was making sure we survived, and at least that kept us from becoming Moors. But unfortunately, it also made me forget a bunch of things. Hesitation, uncertainty, compassion. Next thing I knew, I was thinking I was a full-blown bad guy and I could do whatever I wanted. He wants segs too. It would have been a lot easier if I just stayed like that. But being around Mash made me realize I hadn't forgotten my values after all. The child of prophecy is supposed to save the fairies of Fairy Britain, right? It's got nothing to do with us since we've never really been truly a part of this land. So no, I'm sure she's not the real child of prophecy. The real child of prophecy would never save us. Annis might be a fake child of prophecy, but she's even better than the real one. So, does this mean the reason you're still here in Sheffield is... what do you know, dummy? Go on, get lost. What are you even doing here, flapping your gums? Don't you have some tailoring to do for the lady or something? I sure do. I'm the Habitrot the Spinner, friend to all brides. Don't worry, I'll make sure Mash stays safe. And if I ever need help, I'll come to you first. Wow, we're not scared of the Moors or the Queen. We're all gonna keep Mash safe together. Surely, we'll all keep Mash safe together. Surely, right? Haha, haha. Surely. You're right, Winky. If we just parted ways sooner, this would never have... Winky? Huh? Wait a minute, where'd you go? Fourth platoon has returned from Edinburgh, Lord Bogart. They weren't able to meet with Knocknaria, but they were successful with their business negotiations. So, they managed to procure the iron weapons then, give the weapons to the fairies, and take the armor to the humans as barracks. Just having humans around will be enough to empower our fairy humans. They don't need to take part in the fighting. All they need to do is just stay alive. Yes, sir. I'll have the tailor fit them for armor right away. Now, where is the child of prophecy? Down to the town again? I thought I told her to stay by my throne. No wife of a lord should conduct herself so thoughtfully. Who told her she could come and go as she pleases? Was it Habitrot? If she thinks she can do whatever she likes just because I value her tailoring skills, she is gravely mistaken. Tell her and the child of prophecy that the next infraction will be their last. Well, the thing is, sir, Lady Mesh said she wanted to be of use to you as best she could, so... If she wants to be of use to me, she should obey me. I am the law in Sheffield, and any who refuse to abide by it shall be dealt with harshly, regardless of the reasons for doing so. Hey there, boss. I heard we got some new gear, so I stopped by to make sure it isn't all just junk. What's got your fur all ruffled, Lord Bogart? Oh, I see. You're all nerves because Mash isn't here, right? Hey, I get it. She's super strong after all. So with the army from New Darlington, that's supposedly headed this way. This is why you're still maidenless. Maidens? No maidens? You probably want her by your side to keep you safe since you're revolting against the queen and all, huh? Don't be ridiculous. I don't need any protection. That girl would only make more trouble for me if she were nearby. Call for protection, but not for me. Then it shouldn't matter where Mash goes, should it? I mean, all you care about is having the child of prophecy here in Sheffield, right, Bogart? Tch, you just can't keep your mouth shut, can you? You're lucky knows that there's no other fairy around who can do your job, or I'd have twisted your head clean off by now. Fine, I'll let the child of prophecy go wherever she likes during the day. But be warned, Habitrot, there will be consequences if you don't deliver on the promises you've been making. That iron cylinder that was brought here with the girl is similar to Morgan's spear, yeah? Have you figured out how it works? Is it something we can use? I still have no idea how it works, but I think I can get it to at least fire. I'm not sure that's how it's meant to be used, though. Plus, just touching it makes me feel sick. Whatever that thing is, I don't think it's even supposed to exist. I can't imagine why Mash even had something like that. Whatever it is, it really, really doesn't suit her at all. True. She has yet to even mention it. I suspect she's subconsciously avoiding it, running from it even. Huh, that's pretty sharp, at least for you, Lord Bogart. It's nice to hear you voice an honest opinion. I agree with at least for once. Never mind a child of prophecy. Can we use that thing as a weapon or not? Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is a cannon and all. Do you know what a cannon is? No? It's a thing with a chamber that you can pack with magical energy ammo, then you compress and burn what's inside the chamber until something comes out. The only thing is, it takes a ton of magical energy to use, enough that most fairies would probably wither and die if they tried. So, if you plan on using it, Bogart, you better ensure you're the only one. Don't make your subordinates do it. No normal fairy could fire that thing and hope to survive. So what you're saying is, only those who are truly strong can use it then, That's perfect. It will be an excellent way to demonstrate that I have what it takes to be king. I knew I should have known. I couldn't get anything through your thick skull. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying before. It looks like the Queen's army is finally about to make a move. Are you all ready to face them? What will be your strategy, oh great Lord of Sheffield? Thanks to my supporters in Camelot, I know exactly how strong the Queen's forces are. She is sending her 3rd division, which consists of approximately 2,000 soldiers. She must have thought that would be enough to handle us. Huh. It's almost shocking how little she thinks of us. They'll never be able to get past Sheffield's walls. Our ramparts are made from strips of the world tree's bark. They won't be easily destroyed. We have nothing to fear from the Queen's army without a Tamlin, and with the Knocknaria moving south, she can't afford to send more than 1 division. Yeah, surely our ramparts alone will keep us safe, right? Haha, surely they can't get past get past those. All we have to do is wait 7 days for them to wear themselves out against the ramparts. Once we held the castle for 7 days, the Queen's 3rd division will have spent its strength. Then my elite soldiers and I need only release our pent-up anger from the siege. Huh, so you do have a path to victory in mind then. Guess I was worried for nothing. Then, have you told Mash this place is gonna turn into a battleground in a few days? What am I saying? Of course you have. She's as strong as a Tamlin after all. No, I haven't, and I actually won't. How many times must I tell you there's no need for that? All the Child of Prophecy needs to do is boost my soldiers' morale. Anything else would only get in my way. Make sure you keep your mouth shut, Habitrot. That girl is decoration, nothing more. How the heck he's gonna rule the country if he couldn't even handle his wife? Well, to be fair, apparently from the sounds of things, he couldn't even handle his other 61 wives. So, yeah, I don't know. Good evening, Lord Bogart. It's so nice of you to visit me again. Don't misunderstand. I'm only here to save face in front of my guards. Otherwise, no Fang fairy worth his fur would ever come to the room of a woman he has no intention of betting. Still, now that I'm here, I'm not about to waste my precious time. Let's discuss the Child of Prophecy tonight. How much do you know about them now that your memories are gone? Well, not much, I'm afraid. Only that they are a fairy, they turned 16 this year, and are destined to save Britain. Outrageous. I didn't think it was possibly to be so abominably ignorant. The Child of Prophecy story begins 16 years ago. Einzel, the head of the Mirror Clan, who possessed the sacrament of prognostication, prophesied that the savior of Britain had been born, and that one day the true king would defeat the false king for good. In response, Queen Morgan tried to have every fairy born that year rounded up and killed, but she wasn't completely successful. There were many villages who harbored anti-queen sentiment. Some of them sheltered newborn fairies in the hope that one would someday fulfill the prophecy. Of course, there were also some towns who took fairies born that year and tried to pass them off as the child of prophecy. These days, some have even offered 16-year-old fairies in tribute to the queen, claiming they too are the child of prophecy. That alone makes the Child of Prophecy valuable. It's why every faction in Britain was desperate to find them. For not one fairy has ever doubted that Einzel's prophecy would come true. You see, they knew this had happened before. There have been other times in Britain's history where a savior has been born to rescue it. A figure meant to banish the great calamity that comes every 1,000 years, the one who channels the voice from paradise. At any rate, all but 2 of the records from the Fave era have been lost. One describes an incident that took place in the Fey era 4000, over 6,000 years ago. There, a single fairy rescued Britain when constant interclan warfare had brought it to the brink of collapse at the cost of her own life. The second is the War of Summer in Fey era 2000, in which war was waged against the northern fairies who came here from the Isle of Shadows. In that war, Queen Maeve's army of human soldiers wielding iron weapons nearly succeeded in eradicating our ancestors, but then a single fairy stepped in to mediate between the 2 camps, which led to the creation of the 6 clans we have today. The savior's name was Ash, meaning ash tree. After ending the clan wars, she was buried in the remains of Orkney at the northmost end of Britain. The ignorant low-class fairies may believe the Child of Prophecy is supposed to be this savior reborn, but not me. No matter how many times she may have saved Britain before, she's still lost. The calamities still exist. That alone is proof she does not deserve to be called anyone's savior. Now, if any of these previous saviors had succeeded at ridding the world of those accursed Moors and the calamities that occur with ever more frequency, then I would have accepted their claims. I've noticed that everyone in town seems to be afraid of the word calamity. No, not just them. Every fairy in every town I visited on the way here was afraid of it. My understanding is that, as terrifying as Queen Morgan may be, fairies still obeyed her because she at least kept them safe from the calamities. But now... That's right. Morgan has declared her intention to leave Norwich to its fate. This was her second grave error after appointing Tristan, a Tamlin. I may never get such an opportunity again. Hey, Baked Bagels, how's it going, man? Huh? Wait, you're happy about this, Lord Bogart? You can't rally soldiers without a cause for them to believe in. They need something greater than themselves. This Norwich situation is an unprecedented opportunity. This Norwich situation is an unprecedented opportunity, Mash. This is a chance I've been waiting for to seize the throne. I have no intention of actually saving Norwich, but I will still use the situation. My call to action couldn't be simpler. I've demanded that the Queen rid Norwich of its calamity pool and aid in the restoration of the city. If these demands are not met, then Sheffield will no longer recognize Camelot's rule. The Queen will either need to comply with my demands or send out her army to suppress us. Frankly, I don't care which option she chooses, either will deplete her army. That will give me time to collude with the northern fairies, invite the Round Table army in the south to join our cause, and eventually create an army of my own to rival the Queen's. You are no more than grease for those wheels, child of prophecy. I neither need nor expect you to save Britain. Until and unless you recover your memories, you are not to make a move without my permission. All I want from you is to continue giving the people of this town hope. You're no good for anything else. And that's the whole situation in Sheffield. Bogart has 3,000 soldiers, 2,000 in the fairy militia, and 300 humans. He's also gathering more forces even as we speak, so you probably want to make your move soon. So it would seem. Damn it. The Queen only authorized Sheffield to assemble soldiers as a deterrent against the northern fairies. Now you're telling me there are 5,000 armed rebels all in one place there? That makes it the largest rebellion we've ever seen. I'd say it's owed largely to Lady Tristan crossing a line with her antics. Ever since New Darlington was built, countless fairies have been slaughtered for pure amusement. Now, fairies from all across Britain are harboring doubts about Lady Tristan, and about High Queen Morgan for making her a Tamlin in the first place. Huh, you don't have to tell me, I'm painfully aware of that. But we've still sworn loyalty to the High Queen. We can't be party to any of that nonsense. Right, sorry about that, it all just kind of slipped out. So, what about my payment? Very well, go on, pay him. He may have lost his standing, but Bogart is still a powerful leader from the Fang clan. He can easily defeat 1,000 fairies on his own. Send word to Camelot to have Lady Gawain dispatched here on the double. What about the Child of Prophecy? I'm pretty sure intel that valuable is worth something. Huh, that's a good one. They just captured another Child of Prophecy yesterday. This new one isn't even worth looking into. I'm sure Bogart just made her up. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to dismiss it, officer. That fairy there was telling the truth. I especially enjoyed the description of this Child of Prophecy. How did it go again? Black iron armor, a huge shield, appears to be a girl of about 16, and a black iron cylinder that made you uneasy just to look at. Oh, you've definitely got my attention now, brother. Please, tell me more. What's this girl's name? You do know her name, right? Honestly, I found it strange how you avoided mentioning just that part even though you're here to sell us intel. I mean, don't you think it's suspicious? It almost makes me think you're not telling us on purpose. If that's how it sounded to you, sorry, but you're wrong. I didn't say it because I didn't know it. Now, if you're not going to pay me anymore, I'll just be on my way. I want to get back to the south by tomorrow. Hey now, why the rush? You came all this way after all. Come on, chat a spell with us. Don't worry, Winky. I'm sure it'll all come back to you soon enough. It's written all across your face. Alright, 2 more small bells. Okay, now we are on Act 6. Let's see, we can get rid of the Lancer Embers here. Surely Winky will be rewarded handsomely, right? Surely. Well, we're taking the scenic route instead of the main road so as not to stand out. So at this pace, I'd say we'll get there tonight. So as long as we don't run into any trouble. Is something wrong, Artoria? You've been weirdly quiet for a while now. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make Tuhu nervous, but I've been getting a really bad feeling like someone's been watching us all this time. I also get the feeling the carriage is going to flip over in about 5 seconds. Don't be silly. I'm Regerbit, the most elegant wind-like Fey horse around. I would never let a carriage I was drawing tip over, especially with passengers inside. What the? Oh, what is it? Are we under attack? Everyone, get out of the carriage. Hang on, we ain't under attack. The carriage just ran over something is all. What happened, Red Horse? Are the roads that bad out here? No, it's just, I'm sorry. I was just writing a poem while gazing up at the sky. And I didn't notice the large number of ferries collapse on the road until it was too late. This is incredible. It's awful. It's incrawful. There are 1, 2, 3, 6 of them blocking our way. Yeah, we're alive. We're still alive. Please, help us. Our cargo just began acting up and attacked us out of nowhere. We're not too hurt too badly. In fact, we probably look completely fine. But the cargo took one of us away, passed down that hill, to that isolated cave no one would ever see unless they were looking for it. Please, you've got to save him. You nice sucker. People, you nice people wouldn't turn your backs on a fairy in need, right? That hill over there? Got it. Come on, everyone. We need to hurry before it's too late. God damn it, Castoria. Wait, seriously? There's a fine line between being nice and being gullible, you know. You know, I'm actually kind of impressed she managed to survive this long. No problem. Good luck over there. God damn it, Castoria. Let's see. Let's see. We'll just do this just to make it easy on us. Yeah, Castoria and her clueless smile, yeah. Gets me every time. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. These guys, this Muramasa is an alter ego, so. Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, what is his third skill then? Apply special attack, ignore invul, apply defense ignore, and increase MP gauge. Huh, interesting. Try not to fall for me, the fuck? It even has different what is it? Different voice lines, I think, because I don't think he has the same ones as a saber anyway. Maybe he does actually. Yeah, NFF, yeah. Sausage. Sausage. And of course. I guess he doesn't lose his special armor until after our turn is done then. So this MP is basically wasted. Hey Fedeko, how's it going, man? Is the shadow border in Da Vinci the real board or the one she creates using her magical energy? It should be the real one. At least I think it is. Yeah. Pretty sure it is. Finally got Himeko on a standard. Hey, congrats, man. Still looking for Himeko myself, too, so. Hi ho, I don't know what I would have done if you guys hadn't come along. That's the last time I go shopping in Gloucester. I should have known that bargain set was too good to be true. You mean he was actually in trouble? I guess so. Now I feel bad for not giving those fairies a fair shake, no matter how suspect they seemed at first. Are you all right? There aren't any other fairies who were taken away, are there? Nope. It was just 7 of us. No 8th fairy around here. I gotta say though, you guys are sure are strong, and by you guys I mean the redhead. You, on the other hand, were crazy out there in a whole different sense of the word, lady. You were throwing out so many explosions I thought you were gonna blow me up along with our escort. Next time you ought to take a page from that young Mrs. Playbook. She threw a bunch of stuff at the cargo too, but she never hit me once. Going wild's all well and good, but you gotta be aware of your surroundings too, especially when there's a hostage involved. Anyone else would be sicking a lawyer on you right about now, you know? They have lawyers in Fae Britain. I know. You're right. I'm doing my best to overcome my clumsiness, so I hope you can be patient while I work to improve. You bet. I'm rooting for your lady. At least you got guts, and that counts for a lot. So, if you're feeling all right now, would you mind if we got going? Oh no, it's okay. No need to thank us. It seems like it'd be way more trouble than it's worth. You sure? Now that I made you help us out, I thought I'd take it easy by sticking with you guys for the rest of the way. But alright, besides, we gotta head home and report to the boss that we're done taking out the trash. And here I thought we could rely on those escorts we bought. Thank goodness you guys came along to help us out. Thanks, gullible-looking lady. Smile. You were taking out the trash? You mean to Camelot's pit? I thought soldiers were supposed to be escorts for that, since Moors tend to show up near the pit. Oh, well, we would have gone with soldiers, but they say they don't have time for escort missions these days. And that's why we got escorts from a beautiful lady in Gloucester instead. They said we could have them cheap since we couldn't get the fine-tuning right. Or since she couldn't get the fine-tuning right. You mean you don't know, human girl? I guess you just must have gotten out of a ranch recently, huh? Luckily, no Moors showed up near the pit. Guess they're all gathered around Norwich now. Man, sometimes I really worry what's gonna happen to Fairy Britain. Between Gawain, the Fang clan's biggest troublemaker, and Tristan, the Queen's pet psycho, the only decent Tamil of the bunch is Lady Lancelot. Maybe I should make a break for the north. Nah, what am I saying? I could never do that. We're 7 married brothers, Lady Aurora's faithful servants. Hey ho, it's back to work we go. Thanks again for everything, you guys. Just you watch out for the Moors too, you hear? Lancelot decent. I see. For the record, it's not my fault we didn't get there today. It's all on Artoria for dragging us yet into another rescue. You do all understand that, right? Also, do you naturally attract trouble, Tuhu, or are you just unlucky like that? This did help me to get my bearings in terms of using my blade and all. Fairy Britain isn't like the other lost belts I've seen so far. I finally figured out how tough my blade needs to be. Your magecraft ain't half bad either, Artoria. I got no idea why fairies here say your skills ain't worth much, but I do know they're a great fit for me. My scabbard's feeling smoother than ever with you around. Glad you're on my side. I wonder why that is. Thank you. Same here. I see. Unlike fairy soldiers, Muramasa doesn't just use his own magical energy to fight. He also uses external enchantments as naturally as though they were part of his own body. True, Muramasa's fighting skills are definitely a cut above the rest. You said he is an alter ego, right? Does that mean he's not a pure servant? Well, is it okay if we tell this part of the story? Tell this story, Muramasa? Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. No, now's a good time as any, Tuhu. Besides, I don't need anyone coming to me later complaining about how I was secretly a bad guy all along, or how I could betray their trust, yada yada. So, he's a servant mixture this foreign god made? And he's actually been fighting against Tuhu and Chaldea up until now? Oh yeah, basically. Especially in Olympus where he pulled off something really crazy right at the end. In fact, Muramasa, that reminds me, you were strong enough to cut Atlas's spirit origin in half. Yet you failed to assassinate Queen Morgan and some other fairy handed your ass to you. Can you explain to me how that works? Because I don't get it. Huh, nothing special to it. I'm just an alter ego who's optimized for killing gods. And that's only because the foreign god imbued me with divine spirits who are good at that sort of thing. Apparently, one of them's a blind god of war who was responsible for Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. The other is, well, kind of a wish fulfillment of mine. Don't ask. My point is, I'm not exceptionally strong or anything. I just don't have to use magical energy to kill gods. So Olympus was perfect for me. In Scandinavia, well, Scandinavia would have been rough. You can figure it out why. Skahascati, I think she was called. If this alter ego version of me had met her, I might have flown into a genuine rage. I know the blind god of war would have had words to say about her of all gods being fooled. Anyway, there you have it. I'm pretty useful when I'm up against divine spirits or in worlds where divine spirits are calling the shots. Now I see. I had a feeling this was the case, but you just helped me clarify it, Muramasa. The land of the Fae has no concept of religion, which means... Yep, there are no gods in Britain. Though I have no idea how this world ended up like that. It's damn peculiar. The whole world is ruled by fairies, but they ain't a trace of gods, the greatest mystics ever, anywhere. Well, that only makes sense, don't you think? I mean, it's only humans who desired gods. Fairies can do anything they want on their own, so they don't have to rely on a higher power for help. So of course their society isn't going to think up gods, or think up gods. You know, that is a good point. I'll have to write this all down later in my next message to Chaldea. I wonder what Holmes is going to have to say about this. I don't know too much about these god things either, so I can't speak to that. But you are still Tuhu's enemy, right? I'm glad you're here helping us now, but are you really comfortable working alongside your enemy? You don't have to worry about that, Artoria. It's like I told you back in Gloucester. Now that you saved me, I'm gonna stick with you, Child of Prophecy. It's easier for me that way. I ain't usually one to find fault with my own work, but at least here, this one's job I can finally get behind. Are you freaking kidding me? Hell no. That damn thing's a pain in the ass. Even now, I still have no idea what the hell the foreign god even is. She just summoned me without asking, mixed some divine spirits into me without asking, and forced a bunch of work I never asked to be a part of onto me. I've always been a maker of weapons, so I know my hands weren't the cleanest to begin with. But at least when I was alive, I could swear to the Buddha that I never went down the wrong path. Of course, now that I got some other things mixed in with me, I don't have a right or wrong path anymore. So, if nothing else, I'm gonna make sure I do good work on any job I take on. It's the least I can do as Muramasa. Isn't that what I just said? What are you grinning about? You mean you're more mean-spirited than I would have guessed? I see. Well, in that case, we'll be happy to work with you for the time being too. We could use all the help we can get, especially from a heroic spirit we're already acquainted with. Once again, even if it's only within this lost belt, I'm glad we're on the same side, Senji Muramasa. Thanks. Since I'm setting the price for this job myself, I'll be helping out any way I can. Anyway, on a different note, I don't really want to ask this, but as much as I disliked the guy, he was still a colleague, so... How did Limbo's final moments go? I should have won with the first one. He went out like a bitch. He went out like a bitch. Fuck Limbo. All my homies hate Limbo. Alright, Crusader, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for sticking around for our audiobook simulator. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. I see. Alright, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that and just go to bed. Is anyone awake? They're not, are they? No, they're all sleeping soundly. I'll take that as a good sign. I'm pretty sleepy too, but I have to stand guard. No shady looking things nearby, check. No Moors nearby, check. Don't you worry, everyone. I'll make sure. Artoria, stay safe. Who is that? I don't know. Who could it be? Who could it be? Hey, Night Road, how's it going, man? Hey, you like the story so far? It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. We're here. Welcome to my domain, the Autumn Woods of Wales. Oh God, how do I say that? How do I even translate this? Thank you for the warm welcome, everyone. As you can see, I've brought guests with me today. This is Tuhu. She watches over things just like I do. This is Da Vinci, the cutest genius you'll ever meet. This is Muramasa, who'll probably be kind enough to make us all sorts of useful things. And this is Artoria, the child of prophecy. See, I told you the child of prophecy would be willing to come all the way to this isolated neck of the woods. Now do you believe I was telling the truth? What do I do, Oberon? You don't have to do anything. They're just glad you're here. Oh, but don't try to hug them, no matter how cute they are. They're not used to being touched, especially by outside fairies. These fairies are straight out of a picture book. Now, this is what I imagined a land of fairies would be like. Come on, fairies are fairies, right? I don't see anything special about. Well, I guess they're a little different. I can't tell what it's saying, but what is it, little guy? You want a helmet that fits you? Yeah, alright. Anything made for humans obviously won't fit you at all. Hey, Oberon, mind if I set up a workbench somewhere? Be my guest. Oh, but just stick to leaves and twigs for your materials if you don't mind. They don't actually want to be soldiers, they just want to play pretend. I got it, don't worry, I'm not gonna make anything real. Pretty sure he just scribbles, yeah. They're all welcoming. They're welcoming all of you here. None of the fairies who end up in these woods understand suspicion. There are no imitations of human society here, but we can at least put you up in tents. Why don't you all kick back and relax while I go see what's happening outside? I'm counting on all of you to take care of our guests, okay? Don't worry, these people are all nice. None of them are gonna hurt you. Okay, everyone, ta-ta for now. I'll be back tonight, so make sure to save some dinner for me. Huh? Hang on, Oberon. At least you tell us how we can understand what they're saying. And he's gone. I mean, at least we can tell these fairies are being welcoming to us, but... Indeed, I have no idea what these Welsh fairies are saying either. I also noticed Lord Oberon didn't bother to introduce me. That hurts, honestly. I wonder why. Is he just absent-minded? They say they're going to feed us, and with chestnuts, no less. That's amazing. Talk about a forbidden treat. You can almost never find sweets in the south thanks to the restrictions, but here we have a loophole. Oh yeah, Mike said that only upper-class fairies have access to confectionaries. Apparently, the queen forbade processing fruits and fruits and such, so sugar is very hard to come by here. Lady Aurora once gave me a bite of some kind of dark-colored bar, but honestly, I prefer carrots. They have much more natural sweetness. Looks like the dining table's over that way. I still can't tell what they're saying, but if they're going to treat us, who are we to say no? That meal was delicious. It sure was. Those are the most gorgeous grapes I've ever seen by far. And not only that, these fruits even have mystics in them. That was a great way for that was a great way for servants to recover magical energy. Maybe I should take a few with us for the road, or send some to Holmes as a souvenir. There's still an extra plate out. Is that for Oberon? Should we leave it for him? Huh? Wait, that's weird. Why did they all run up trees and hide in hollows all of a sudden? I see some black dogs over there, so they're probably trying to hide. Can you, Nom? Oh my gosh! So, come on, we have to get rid of them. It's the least we can do to pay them back for this feast. Now, I was just thinking the same thing. The black dogs are terrifying, but these poor fairies have no way of fighting back. Well, they're not gonna let anything. We're not gonna let anything happen to them now that we're here. Come on, everyone. Let's show these dogs they're no match for a hare. Are you sure you're not a servant? Yeah, red hair, sausage. I wonder what kind of sprite they use for this guy. Oops, that's awkward. I thought I had what is it? My Babylonian Mystica for this, so I could give Ruler Toria her charge there, but whoops. At least Redra doesn't have a hard time accepting he's a horse.
召し上げましょう。無礼に諦めます。いい判断です。負けないぞ。目を背けないで逃がすもの。何を喜んでいるのです。私が出たのです。勝利はや。
Van Gogh would love those curses. Yeah, seriously. You can use Morgan S3 to get stars. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot. What was that incredibly powerful enemy doing mixed in with those black dogs? Eh, probably just some fairy they bit who went mad from the excruciating pain. They're evil fairies that eat other fairies. Nobody's quite sure when they first showed up. The black dogs are the only kind of fairy that eats other fairies. Well, but one exception anyway. A long time ago, the fairy eaters were one of the great calamities that used to plague this land. It's said that the head of the Fane clan sealed them away. But some also say that they only did so at the cost of a curse that befell their entire clan. Well, if the fairies are happy, then we must have done a good job driving those creatures away. Alright, since it looks like we're going to be staying here for at least a few days, why don't we set up camp? Especially since there's no point in worrying about what's going on outside now that we're here. So, let's just relax and recuperate while we wait for Oberon to get back. Oh God. I love how chill Ridgerbit is about that. Oh, okay. Alright, chat. I think I have to call it there, because, yeah, I'm getting tired. I've been up, since, like, what, very early morning today, so running around taking care of IRL stuff today. And I got more IRL stuff that I gotta take care of tomorrow, so I will end the stream there. If I remember to, I will start working on clipping out the, audiobook simulator segments that I've done so far, and put them up on my put them up on the YouTube channel. So yeah, I will call it there though. So thanks all for hanging out. We'll finish chapter 6 hopefully tomorrow, and maybe go through like act 7 as well. Now that I think about it, we only have it's part 1 goes up to act 9, so I'm hoping that maybe we can finish. I'm thinking of maybe actually doing like a dedicated FGO stream tomorrow, just to see if I can read through the rest of it tomorrow. So yeah, that way we can at least be done with part 1 going into Koyanskaya. So maybe I'll make tomorrow a dedicated FGO reading day or something, because yeah, we have chapter 6, we're halfway through 6, and then it goes up all the way to section 9, right? Section 9 for Lost But Part 1. So I think if we can push through for tomorrow, if we make a good push of it tomorrow, then yeah, we should be able to get it done then, yeah. And then Act 2 goes all the way to chapter 24. Ugh. Alright, well. And then yeah, so we can still get started on Act 2 at least. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think tomorrow we'll do a dedicated FGO reading stream, so we can knock out part 1 and get started on part 2 whenever. So yeah, but yeah, part 2 is super long. Yeah, I can imagine, with 24 frickin' chapters in it. But yeah, that'll do it for me, chat. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, boys, for those of you guys who want to hang out for a little bit of audiobook reading. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, boys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.